Hi, my name's Chloe Ferretta, and this is a presentation on my Media Unit 3 coursework evaluation. Today I'll be talking about how I created my film using Final Cut Pro. When you first open it, 4 sections will appear. The first section is where all your shots that you filmed will be placed. And to do that, you need to put the SD card into the computer, then click File, Log and Transfer, and this will appear with all the shots that you filmed. So to add it to the Final Cut Pro, you click on it and add to selection queue and wait for it to transfer. Then you know that it's done by on the left hand side in the circle, it will be full. And just to check, this clip is called clip 78, and on Final Cut Pro you can see highlighted clip 78, which means it's transferred. So once you've done that, you close this section, and if you want to view clip 78, you double click, and in the middle section of Final Cut Pro, you can see what you've filmed.
We need to go through the booklet.
Now you can rename it just to make it more organised and easier for you to find all the clips. Now you see it's disappeared. That's because this section here is in alphabetical order. So you go to C and you'll see it's highlighted called Chaos. If you want to add it to the final film, you put it in this section called Sequence, which is where all the editing takes place. So you click and drag, and it will appear in this section, the fourth part. Now, this is where the final film will be, and you can see the final outcome. So if you didn't want all of the shot, because you only needed part of it, or there was a section that wasn't very good, what you do is you go to the razor blade and you click on it and you make sure it's in line with the bar, and you'll see that these arrows, red arrows, have appeared. That just means that these two sections have separated, so I can drag that away. Now I don't need this part, so what I do is I click on it and make sure it's highlighted and delete it. Now when you get two shots next to each other, you find that it cuts straight from one to another. Now, this makes the film look unprofessional, and to fix that, what you do is you make it fade in and out between each other. So if you play here now,
We need to go through
you see it's cut straight from the Chaos clip to the girl on the floor. Now, to change that, you go to the pen tool, and you see that it appears when you move it along this line. Now this line affects the darkness of the clip. So if you click and drag down, you'll see that her face has disappeared because the clip's become darker. Now you can't have that all the way through the film because the audience won't be able to see what's happening. So what you do is you click the pen tool, and on both shots, you click and a black dot will appear. Now you have to drag it down because it means that part of the clip will be faded. And you do it on both sides so that they'll join together. And then if you watch it again,
We need to go through
you can see that it's faded between each shot. Now, my film was a revenge thriller, and a convention of that is graphic match. Now, when I added this to my final product, what I had to do was I had to get another clip. So let's choose this one and drag it. But instead of putting it in the same place as you did the others, you lift it and move it across so that when it plays, they'll play at the same time. However, if you just do it like I have now,
You need to go through the
all you'll be able to see is the clip that you've just added because it's on the higher bar of the sequence. Now to fix that, what you do is you go back to the bar that I showed you here, which affects the darkness of the shot, and you drag it down fully for both sections of both shots, sorry. And you can see
you need to go through the
that the shots have overlapped each other. This is graphic match. Now, my film included credits, and to do that, you go to Effects on the first section of Final Cut Pro, Video Generators, so you click the arrow here, and then Text. And these are all the possible ways that the text will be presented on the film. So if I just go onto normal text, I double click, on the middle screen will appear. Now this section is what it will look like on the film. But to change this, you go to Controls and Text, and you change what you want to put. So if I just put my name, and then you can also change the font by clicking on this section. And you can change the size of it by dragging it up and down here. And if you go back to video, you can also change how the length of the clip by going onto this section here and deleting that number and changing it to 5:05, so it'll take 5 seconds instead of 10. And you can just see that the section between the blue arrows has decreased, which means that the film has shortened. So if you play it, that is what will appear. Now, if you want that on the final film, what you do is you click on the image and you'll drag it down onto the final film and it'll appear. Now, a film's never complete unless music is added. Now, you can use different software, so Soundtrack Pro is what I used, and I also downloaded some music and added it on top. Now, you'll notice that I haven't touched this section yet of the sequence, and this is because this is the sound section, and I haven't changed anything like that yet. So when I added the music, you go into File, Import from Files, and your files will open. So I want to add the song Sail. If I click Select, it will appear on here when I drag I'll find it, highlight it here. Now if you want to add it, you click and drag like a normal shot, but you can only add it to the bottom half of the sequence because that's where the music is placed. Just turn it down. Okay, so playing here. If I move it to the bottom, you'll hear it on top of the shot. So let's just play it. See, you hear the beeping sound. That means I haven't rendered the music. So what you do is you click Command and then R, and it says writing video, which means that the software will work for the music, so you'll be able to listen to it. And as you can see, it's now completed, so I can hear the music on top of the shots. And that is how I created my final film. Thank you for listening.